Wage War is a metalcore band from Florida. They just released a new album called Manic. So the band consists of lead vocalist Britton Bond, lead guitarist Seth Blake, rhythm guitarist and the guy who sings the clean vocals, Cody Quistad, bass player Chris Gaylord, and drummer Steven Klusner. The group is signed to Fearless Records, and this is their fourth album called Manic. In April 2020, the band announced they were working on new material, and about over a year later, they released the first single called High Horse on August 6, 2021. This was followed by Circle the Drain on August 25th, and Teeth on September 4th. The album Manic was released on October 1st, 2021. The album is still a heavy metalcore album. They started to experiment a little more with the sound right here, and they added some elements of modern pop music, have like a high production value, and they do add some like rap and hip hop on like one of the songs. It's an album that like some fans like won't like because of the new sound, but there are some like really heavy hitters on here. So I'm going to talk about the album. There are 11 songs, a runtime of about 35 minutes. It's very short. Most of the songs average about like 3 minutes in length. So the first song is called Relapse. It has a futuristic metalcore sound. The intro is fast-paced. The first verse has melodic vocals followed by the aggressive vocals. The song has like an interchange of light and heavy parts. I like the crunchy riffs played on the down-tuned guitars, and the song has a very heavy breakdown. Next song is called Teeth, and this one has it sounds like nu metal and industrial metal. Has those like heavy stop-start riffs and the aggressive vocals. There are parts that remind me of the band Disturbed. The second verse has clean vocals followed by some heavy riffing. There's kind of a nice balance of like the clean and aggressive vocals. Next song is called Manic, and this one has like a rap intro over like a futuristic beat, followed by a heavy guitar riff, and it's kind of like the band Limp Bizkit, like mixed with like modern metalcore. It might be a song that like fans hate. I thought it was okay. I do like that 2000s metal scene, but think of that like sound with like down-tuned metalcore riffs, and that's pretty much what this song is. Next is called High Horse. This was the first single released, and straightforward, brutal metalcore, heavy riffs and aggressive vocals. Probably one of the best songs on the album, the one that I liked, one of the best. There are some keyboards added towards the end of the song, but they are kind of like mixed a little low. Track 5, Circle the Drain. So this was the other single released, and this one starts with a heavy riff, but the first verse is kind of like in the style of modern pop music. They add some heavy guitars. It's mostly a modern pop song with like layered vocals in the chorus. The aggressive vocals are kept to a minimum here. It's a good song to listen to with headphones. There's like many like layers of sound, a lot going on. The song is not too bad. It just kind of shows a different side of the bend. Godspeed, this is the next one. It brings back that metalcore sound mixed with 2000s industrial sound. You know, kind of has like that like futuristic sound, but the song is also structured like a pop song with some like added like metalcore riffs. It's a melodic song. It does have a heavy breakdown with aggressive vocals mixed with some keyboards, so this one is okay. Next one is Death Roll, and this is probably my favorite song on the album. It's a very heavy, like groove metal riff intro. It reminded me of that like 90s Pantera. Some really crunchy riffs on the song. The song has lots of energy. The aggressive vocals are like in the forefront. They even mix some like really low, like those like death metal vocals. Has a really wild breakdown filled with like really like heavy riffing, followed by a melodic guitar solo, something that's kind of like lacking from most of the songs. And you do hear some like industrial beats towards the end, so I did like this one a lot. Track 8 is called Slow Burn. This one brings back that modern pop sound. It starts with a heavy riff. Then the first verse is like melodic pop with clean vocals. The song has like a catchy, memorable chorus. The song also has some of that like Disturbed meets metalcore sound. Clean vocals remind me a little of Chester Bennington at times, and the song has a very heavy breakdown followed by some like that like pop singing towards the end of the song. Track number 9, this is a different one. It's called Never Said Goodbye. And I guess you call it a power ballad. I don't know if those exist in metalcore, but I guess that's what I'm calling it. The lyrics are very heartfelt. It's about like a death of somebody close. Has some heavy guitars, mostly modern pop elements with clean singing. There is a pretty cool guitar solo here, and I think this is a really good song for what it is. Track 10 is called True Colors. This one is a little more on the heavy side. Reminds me a lot of that like 2000s metal with like a good mix of like the clean and aggressive vocals. I like the heavy parts of the song. We do get some blast beats and some thick crunchy riffs. This one has a very heavy breakdown as well. And this is a pretty decent song. The last song is called If Tomorrow Never Comes. This is the final song, the longest song at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. It's fairly heavy, kind of like an even mix of like the heavy riffs and aggressive vocals mixed with the clean vocals. There are some like really heavy, like technical, like guitar parts going on in the middle of the song. And there's also part of the song that's just like straightforward modern pop. So this is like a just mix of like the heavy and the pop, you know, those different sounds. So in conclusion, like the album in general has pretty much two sides to it. So on the one hand, you got the heavy, brutal metalcore, the fast rhythms, the blast beats, the chunky riffs, the aggressive vocals. And on the other hand, you can have that like 2000s metal mixed with like modern pop. Something similar to like the new Daughtry album that I recently reviewed. So if you like just one and not the other, you might not like this, but if you don't mind those two styles of music being like blended together, the album is pretty good. So my favorites were High Horse and Death Roll. I do like the heavier stuff, but I also did like the ballad, Never Say Goodbye. So it is a very mixed album. My score will be a 7.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you thought. So coming up this week, I have some classic rock and some classic metal. So I will be doing a ranking of the Genesis albums, an anniversary review of an album by Metal Church, and a special Led Zeppelin top 10 songs. Stay tuned for that. And that is all. My name is John. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're interested in that Daughtry review I was just talking about. I will link that right there. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.